Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Becoming the Product. I hope we are all doing well. My name is Naya, your host as always, and I am super thrilled to have you here because today's episode is a bit of a milestone. So this is gonna be my final episode of the season and a reflection on my first 80 days as a growth manager. So this episode was a little bit hard to do because I can't believe I've gotten to the end of yet another season of Becoming the Product. A lot of things have happened this season, this year, that I didn't think was going to be possible, especially on this podcast. And just like sitting out and reflecting about everything kind of put things into perspective. That if you really want to achieve something, as long as you have your mind on it, you put a plan in place, you have your why, you're definitely gonna be able to achieve it if you put in the hard work. And that's very obvious in the way things have been panning out for me lately. So if you're new here, this podcast is all about me sharing my experiences transitioning to product management. I also had some guests on that shared insights, lessons, and real experiences in the world of product management. So, first of all, let's do a little bit of reflection. So, I started this podcast October 2023. The first episode was the first Monday of October, and I ran it for 6 months, and I took a break, and I started season 2 in June, and we've come to the final episode of season 2. And when I first started this episode, like I've always mentioned, it was an experiment for me. It was me sharing my experiences transitioning, because when I was trying to look out for resources online, I didn't really see ones that matched what I was going through, that matched my persona, if that makes sense, my user persona. And I felt that, okay, me sharing my story might help someone else. Also, when I was doing my boot camps, it was mentioned that we needed to learn in public. We needed to share what we're learning if you wanted to have like a personal brand, and also to get roles and jobs quickly. So I knew that I wasn't like a video person, so that's why I didn't go with YouTube, and I didn't want to write because I wasn't sure I could write that well. And I wanted to improve certain skills. That was why I went with the podcast. And I am so happy I did that. I have met some amazing people. I have grown my subscriber limits and all that. And this will be even the 50th episode. When I started, I didn't think I could reach 50 episodes, and here we are, a year after, 50 episodes, over 200 subscribers, and we even won an award. Like, that award is still something that I'm so grateful for every day, because I didn't think I could get it. And this just shows that it just validates everything I've been putting up with, everything I've been trying to do. And I'm just trying to motivate someone out there, even if you haven't, or if you're thinking of starting something, you're scared. Trust me, being scared means that you have the power, you have what you need to make it work. So 6 months, I'm also going to be reflecting 6 months on my new role. For those that don't know, at the end of the last season, I had mentioned that I was going to land my first role, and I did that in April of this year. And not so long ago, I clocked 6 months at the job, and it has been a learning experience. It has been a major learning experience. I've had to relearn a lot of things. I've had to think through certain things that you learn at the boot camp is not what you see in real life. So you need to be able to think fast on your feet and do all that. And I am happy for the experience. I mean, there are some things I never thought I could do that I'm able to do confidently now. There are things that I had to learn from scratch. There are things I needed to really do more research on. And I believe all this was needed for me to grow into the PM I am today. So let's take it a little bit backwards. So the first 60 days, the first 90 days was majorly more about laying the groundwork, getting familiar with the tools, meeting the teams, and learning about the company culture. And back then, a task such as scoping out projects on Nifty was such a headache for me. Like, it took me days for me to get it properly done the way it was supposed to be, break it down, ensure that everything was done properly. And right now, a couple of months later, I can confidently say that I could actually do that without having issues. So it just shows you that as long as you keep, even if you don't know, you keep practicing, keep making sure that you're doing what you're meant to do, it's definitely going to pan out well later. So 60 days, 90 days ago was majorly about me just learning the ropes, learning what my job entailed, and learning how to do certain tasks. And right now, I feel I'm a little bit more confident in those responsibilities. And I even started a new task recently on go-to-market strategy. And I'm so excited about that because this was one of the tasks that I've always wanted to do. And seeing that I've been able to graduate, I used to say graduate to that level is crazy. It's like, it feels like a new level of ownership. Me putting together strategies for how we're going to now introduce the products that I've been researching, and I've been talking with the development team on how we're going to introduce that project to the target audience. So project management so far hasn't just been about having that idea. I've learned how to take that idea, validate the idea properly, doing all sorts of research, and now identifying the solution that would nail the pain points based on what the company was. So if you love product management, you know that PM is in the middle of your business, the technology, and your users. So I've been able to see how that applies in this company, because even though you have customers that you're trying to build solutions for, it also has to be in line with what the company wants to achieve. It also has to be in line with what the technology is going to do. And I've learned that, I've learned that concept practically for the past 6 months. We've had some projects that we'd had to stop because it didn't match what the business was all about. It just shows you that it's not everything that you get that will succeed, but the more you fail, I used to say that the more you fail, it's easier for you to iterate better and come back stronger. So those were some fun things that happened within the 160 days. I've learned majorly how to use the tools. I'm not graduated to do certain other tasks other than what I used to do before, and it's a lot more exciting now because I'm a little bit more confident in my abilities, and I'm so happy to see what the future entails, to see what I can do, to see the new tasks that's coming up, and we'll see how this pans out. So now let's go back to the podcast. So we've done a year, we've done 2 seasons, and I would like to just say thank you to everyone who has been here right from season 1, everyone who has commented, subscribed, and even voted for us during the APVA awards that led to us winning that. I will forever be grateful for the support. I never knew we could get to this level, and it's all just motivated me to do more. So that is why we are going to be having this final episode, so that we could take a step back and re-strategize on how we want to move forward with the podcast. We will need your input as always. So if you have any ideas, any opinions, what you like to see, what you like to talk about, you could always reach out on our social media platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, or you could even send in a voice message on Spotify. We are open to hear any ideas or any opinions you might have, and all that. So to wrap up, my advice for new product managers. So there are a few tips. First of all would be embrace iteration. It's all about progress. Your whole transitioning journey is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's progress over perfection. Secondly is you need to always stay curious, keep learning. Your role will constantly evolve, so adapt with it. Finally, don't shy away from proposing ideas or tackling challenging tasks. Like for me this year, I wanted to be sure I hit all my goals of the year, and I wanted to compete, and I did a build-a-thon, like a hackathon, and I came in second. I use that doing local tools and using all the ideas I've been learning and reading about for the past year. I also participated in a challenge, a product problem challenge, in which I refined a feature of an existing company, and I came third in that as well. So I did all this just to kind of validate all I've been teaching and make sure that I am learning and applying it the way I'm supposed to. That was why I built in public, so that people saw what was that and judged, and I still came out in the top 3. And I am so happy with my progress so far. I transitioned last year, October, but those of you know I've been following. I finished my boot camps, the first one in January, the second one in April. I landed my first role in April, and since then I've participated in volunteering in various of the communities. I have participated in the build-a-thon, participated in program challenges. So many things I've done to build my product sets, to build my product skills. And here I am a couple of months after, and I'm so happy about the progress I've made. And for the rest of the year, I'm just going to focus on completing some of my courses that I've started, my SQL course and my other course with Product Jive. And this just shows you that, like what I said, always be curious, always keep learning. The way product management is, you can't just learn one and just sit down and forget about it. Pick up something and continue. You don't know when those skills will come in handy. And as I move forward with this role, I'm excited to take more complex projects, just like the go-to-market strategy that I started this week, go-to-market task, and to continue building products that make an impact. This journey has been a mix of growth, challenges, and incredible learning, and I'm looking forward to sharing even more insights next season. So once again, I want to say a very huge thank you to all of you who are tuned in to this season of Becoming the Product. I'm grateful for your support, your messages, and your feedback. You make this journey more meaningful. You give me all the motivation I need to continue to tell my story and continue to show up regardless. So if you've ever found value in my content, in my experiences, don't hesitate to reach out on social media or leave a comment or a review on Spotify. Until the next season, keep pushing your limits, stay curious, and remember, every step brings you closer to becoming the product. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next episode. Have a great week.